All right, for these three problems, I'm going to do as much as I can on the calculator. First, they want the slope of the line tangent to the curve at x equals 2. So let's plug in the curve x times the natural log of the square root of x. X times the natural log of the square root of x. So that's my function. Now I'm going to go ahead and take its derivative using F3 calculus. So the derivative, pull that in, comma x to tell it to take the derivative with respect to x. Then what you want to do is evaluate that such that x equals 2, and you will get out this expression, which I need to pull in and hit green diamond enter to change it to a decimal, which looks like the answer is going to be C, closest to 0.84. So I'm going to go ahead and circle C here. Next question, they want to know f prime of 0. Well, here's a really cool thing on your calculator. You can go ahead and type in the k value. I'm going to clear my problem so we have a new screen here. I'm going to type in sine squared of k minus x. So sine of, and I can actually do the alpha k minus x. And remember, I want this all squared. So I'm actually going to have to go back to the beginning of the sine and put a parentheses around it to get all of sine squared. So there's my function. To differentiate, I'll go up to F3 calculus, differentiate, grab my function, pull it in, comma x to tell it to take the derivative with respect to x, and there's the derivative, but now we want to evaluate it at 0. So such that x equals 0, enter, and I get negative 2 sine k times cosine k, which is C. The last problem on this page is the graph of the function changes concavity at. So there's a couple ways that we can do this. I've already shown you one way of finding the second derivative on the graph. You can also look for the zeros of the second derivative using your calculator. So let me try to show you that way. So I'm going to type in the function e to the 2x plus x cubed. So let's do this. We have e to the 2x plus x cubed. Now I want to take the second derivative. So I'm going to go to differentiate, grab my function and bring it into line, comma x, comma 2 will give me the second derivative. Then I want to solve for the 0 of the second derivative. So hit the solve key, grab my second derivative, set that equal to 0, hit comma x to tell it to solve for x, and hit enter. And it's busy. See, it's thinking here. It's going to take a minute, but it will return my answer if we're patient. And just so you know, when it says warning, more solutions may exist, that usually happens with trig functions, and there's a workaround that we'll use for trig functions. But here it's given me an answer of negative 0.338 or 339, which is approximately E.